So Sonar is our flagship product for FreightWaves. It's a product that we introduced at Transparency 2018 in Atlanta over 5.5 years ago. And it has been core to everything that we have done inside of our organization. We use the data to bring context through our media business. We use the data to understand what's happening in the market that drives a lot of our theses. We use it to signal, to understand, and interpret in a real-time basis what's really happening on the ground. The high-frequency data of Sonar is so important to us to continue to provide fresh and new insights. One of the things that we have invested significantly on is improving the quality of the data, the speed and freshness of it, and the depths of it. But we have done a poor job on actually improving the user interface and experience. In fact, the user interface that was built around Sonar is the same user interface and the core foundation that was started with my co-founder, Ben Murphy, who passed away in 2019. It was his vision, he and I working together to put what the version of Sonar that many of you enjoy out there. And we largely continued to bolt on new products and iterations into Sonar as we scaled, as most early stage companies do. You just sort of deal with all the tech debt later and you just continue to add the new features. But one of the things that happened with that is the product got slow, it got clunky, and frankly got hard to use. So over the last year, and really over the last 6 months in particular, our engineering and data science team started on a journey to actually create the newest version of Sonar. They basically built an entirely new product iteration from scratch. They redesigned what Sonar should become and what it should be on a whole new platform, without regard to all of the legacy code that we used when we were a 7-person organization. I'm excited to introduce you to the next version of Sonar. It is our brand new build that we have taken and built completely from scratch. It still enjoys the high frequency data that you, our market, and our customers use on a daily basis. It still has many of the features that drive quick decisions and market intelligence. But it doesn't have the clunkiness and my personal pet peeve, the inability to search for data and find what you're looking for if you don't know the ticker. And to present the new version of Sonar, I'm going to welcome out the Sultan of Sonar, Zach Strickland, who is going to show you what is new about this Sonar experience. Tomorrow, because we never leave one of these events without new data, tomorrow we will reveal some of our newest data sets and our venture into the flatbed market, improved rate analysis, and improved answers. But what I'm really excited about this, Zach, is just the speed of getting answers and getting rid of the clunkiness that has become Sonar.
Yeah, I'm equally as excited. Being somebody who lives inside of Sonar on a daily basis, I am, ecstatic. A lot of people don't know this about me, but I actually started out as a data engineer in transportation. So when the technology isn't as seamless as you want it to be, it can create a lot of, I would say, memes that vent your frustration across the internet. So I definitely am excited to show everyone here all that the new Sonar can do, and Jordan Clark is going to help me navigate that. So welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining us and listening to us today. I'm going to walk you guys through the new Sonar experience, displaying all of our new features, showing you the speed, Wi-Fi willing. It's been good so far. So we've got a lot of new user interface to display here today, but I also want you to notice that it should be a lot faster. And that's one of the biggest things that we really focused on because we listened to you. A lot of the feedback we got was it just wasn't moving fast enough. We improved the search functionality, and this is just going to be the first iteration, by the way. We are also continuing to work on improving the search functionality, natural language recognition, and Jordan's going to talk about that here in a bit. But first, Let's just get into Sonar for the first demonstration here. So if you look at the new page, this is where you go into Sonar, and we've changed the layout. We've moved a lot of the stuff that was on the left side of the page to the top. This just makes the geography a lot easier to work with, a lot bigger. You can see the data, interact with the data a lot more so. And one of my favorite new things that we added to this was this chart button right here. This chart button, instead of having to go in and build some custom pages and go through a couple of little clicks, that is basically a free blank template for you to create whatever chart that you want on the fly ad hoc. This to me has been one of the biggest, most critical ads because not every day do I want to look at the same thing. Sometimes you want to look at something brand new. So Jordan, let's go ahead and click on the chart. Oh, you've already got it open. So let's go ahead and build otvi.usa to start to show you exactly how this interface is going to work. A lot of this looks the same, and that's good to an extent. But we also have made it to where everything that you used to look at and it took a little bit of time and maybe didn't work quite so well, let's go into the display and let's make this a seasonality chart. One of my favorite things to look at here. And again, I'm also talking to anybody who has not been in the Sonar experience thus far. This is, I want you to see exactly what we have available if you haven't seen this world before. The seasonality chart, of course, shows you year over year over year, as many years as you want, and the data analysis here. And I also, let's go ahead and scroll down and change this to my theme, because that blue line, that blue mountain doesn't really square with me. So we scroll down, we want to create the new theme. There we go, white line. Now we can see things a little bit more clearly. And you can also create your own custom themes here where you can see the data a little bit differently. If you don't like the way that this is displayed, you can custom create the background for any charts or any presentations. One of the main use cases that we actually hear about is creating presentations. So everybody that doesn't understand the transportation market has a window into that. Most people understand a chart. So this allows us to do that. And a new addition that we also have as well is also a snapshot. You can now take a screenshot of this without exiting the feature, and there's a toggle for that. You click on that, takes the screenshot, and it is now imported into your desktop. So as we're navigating through this, let's pull off the OTVI here, and let's pull up a new one. Let's pull up one. I'm going to tease out something that Craig and I are going to talk about a little bit later, just so you guys can see a little bit more navigation. Let's pull up OTVI MTH.USA. This is going to be our outbound tender volume index on the monthly aggregation. And then I also want to compare that to capacity. Of course, everybody's top of mind in the trucking market space is capacity. So let's compare that to CDTTA. All right, this is going to be our carrier details, total trucking authorities data. And we're going to talk about this later. This is not a market update, but it is a good storyline here for us to watch. And then put it on a relative, thank you, Jordan, so we can pull it up to 5 years. So we can get a nice little view here. So we've got a comparison here of where the TTA, which is the total carrier authorities, has grown a lot. OTVI was big for a while, and now it's all the way down. And again, I'm not going to dive into the details of this. This is simply here to just show you the ease of navigation inside the new UI. So let's move on from the chart here, Jordan. Let's go up, click on that custom tab here. This is the custom pages that everybody has seen before. Now that we have the chart feature, though, you may not need to get in there, on the daily. But the custom pages are here for you to still build out all of the data that you wanted in the past. Go ahead and click on NTI. He already has that one built out here. But you can also create as many tabs as you want, as many custom pages as you want. I personally have several. I have macroeconomic views. I have refrigerated views. We have custom dashboards that we also create for you that you can store inside of your custom pages. Very functional, very useful here. Let's go ahead and you want to create a page. Create one, just whatever one that you want. Create another chart. Call it F3, there we go. And you go in and you can see over here, we have all of the different toggles and maps and tree maps that you're gonna have available to you to create. You store them all here in the custom page, and you are free to create and do what you want. And we also have customer service reps. If you guys are not sure where to start, that are very, very adept at creating some of these custom pages. And you can see Jordan here is just navigating seamlessly through the Sonar environment without a hitch here. So yes, there we go. So we want to see the tender rejection index, by market. You can build out a quick heat map list, and that should populate. So let's go ahead and move out of this one, Jordan. Let's go ahead and show everybody, because again, I know not everybody here has seen the full breadth and depth of Sonar before. Let's go to applications. So before you click through that, we have several applications inside of Sonar. One of the things that we changed, we consolidated some of these applications. The Container Atlas now has a lot of that maritime data all consolidated inside of it. Market Dashboard, of course, our brokerage tool, it's really a spot market-centric tool. Doesn't mean that it's isolated to brokers, but it is one that helps us see the day-to-day on the lanes. Market Dashboard Plus, still visible. Go in there, that is our bulk brokerage tool, where you can basically go in and upload several lanes. It's actually kind of a bid tool for those of you that are going through bid season right now. Market Dashboard Plus is a huge tool, and a lot of our users have been using it to consolidate some bid activity. Let's go ahead, and then we have SCI, of course, so Supply Chain Intelligence, which tomorrow we're going to announce another addition to that one as well, and some improvements in that platform. Not going to get ahead of myself. Let's go ahead and click on Market Dashboard, Jordan. So Market Dashboard, one of our most popular applications. You can see the layout has changed quite a bit, but the same functionality is there. It's just a little bit easier to navigate. Let's go ahead and pick, let's see, what's an old zip from my pricing days? 90638, La Mirada, California. And let's go to 60146, somewhere in Chicago. And you can see it pulls up. You're going to see over on the right, we've got the map of the lane, and then we're going to have the spot rate available right there as well. And there's contract rates in here, similarly, that we don't have activated in this particular demo. But you can also toggle between van and refrigerated up there in the top left corner. And again, anybody interested in deeper dives on any of the information inside of our Trusted Rate Assessment Consortium that powers the Market Dashboard data, we've got a booth out back. Everybody's willing to talk about it. So confidence score still there. One of the new things that people may not have noticed, that we've actually released this a while ago, but we now have a flat rate and a per mile rate available. Not everybody knows what the per mile rate is, but again, very easy to toggle back and forth here. So I want to go ahead and move into the last but not least section. Now, before I do that, Jordan, I wanted to ask you, you're on the product team. So what was some of the stuff that went into creating these changes? What did we do?
Yeah, so a lot of this started with feedback from customers that we had been hearing over the last year or two. And we started internally with our customer success and our sales team and listened to their calls and what people were complaining about, seeing the videos from those calls and like how our UX was kind of clunky, terrible, slow. And we started there, and then we worked with users to work through designs. We did usability testing, user studies, and worked through all this internally and externally to get a better flow. And a lot of what we were hearing was, beyond the slowness, was Market Dashboard specifically has the biggest changes. In the old one, you had a map on the top, you had charts on the bottom, and the rates were smashed in between. What people wanted was the rates. They wanted to get in there quickly. Their team on the floor wanted to be able to check lanes fast, get in, get out, and go on with their day. They don't want to spend all day waiting on lanes to load. So we made it rate focused, kind of how humans read, left to right, top to bottom, and that's what led to this redesign where you're getting more of a rate focused tool. And like you said, we have track. We also have contract if that's enabled for users. And we have a lot more coming from some of the feedback that we've heard from customers and prospects.
Yeah, I mean, and user experience is the goal here. Go ahead and click on global pages just so everybody knows that they're still there. Again, all of these things that you come to know and love, the critical events maps for weather, the daily market dashboard that our customer success team has created, and the background, all still available to you. And the takeaway for me here, Jordan, is simply we may not have created a brand new thing, but we made the thing a lot better and a lot easier to use, and that is precisely the goal here.
100%, yeah. We're listening to the customers and trying to build that user experience that gets them that data that they want quickly.
Yeah, get in there and analyze that data. All right, guys, if you're interested in looking at it and seeing a demo, go visit the Sonar booth and have a good conference. Thanks.